I didn't even, I'm not gonna look.
You're not gonna-
Jim worked on this. I guess I'm supposed to be in the city.
Okay.
I hope we are. You can look. I don't want to screw nothing up there. Says I'm not connected.
Yeah, it says you.
Maybe it's just reading the data that's in it.
The cash?
Whatever you call it, I don't know.
Yeah, you're not. You're on LTE.
So that's the guess.
I was going to say yes.
He's not connected to anything. Wi-Fi stuff. It says city guest, but you're not connected, but you're on LTE, so I don't know why he'd rather use LTE than Wi-Fi.
I guess I don't understand. That's why I'm not, why the five of us are not on the damn city router. You are?
Pretty sure.
Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I never connect wirelessly when I'm here. I just stay on the LTE.
I thought I was every time I come by.
Otherwise, should we be paying bandwidth? Yeah, give me back so I can run this back.
Okay, it's right there. There you go. Yeah, I don't understand why you're not on city accounts.
Well, I'll let the city manager have a visit with
I
somebody.
thought you were. That's what that's when you left. He said, "There it is, city got it." I
like the hair.
Should I be concerned that my water is not sealed properly? Hell, I might have drank it there.
I've got a story. The first council meeting I ever came to, we were all standing outside, so I don't know what it was, waiting. And so Clark Purdy came up, and Miss Hoffman said, you want a bottle of water? I said, that'd be good. So he goes inside. And I had taken a drink Clark had, and we looked at the top of it. It had J, written on the top of it, little magic marker. You know, the king. She was filling back up to put the lid on. Oh, Clark, I thought it was funny. I didn't take it very much. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Do it.
Let's get all situated here. All right, it's time for us to get rocking and rolling, so I want to welcome everybody to this special meeting of the Guymon City Council, June 10th, 2024. And at this time is this the new preacher, Case Notes?
So they can hear it.
He was last time. Do I have a preacher? Somebody would like to give the invocation? Sergio, would you give us an invocation? A short one?
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the city council. Thank you for the residents of this great community. Please bless this meeting. Help us make the decisions that we need to make without any issues. Please help those that are overseas. Please be with all law enforcement, everybody that serves. Lord, please be with them. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. If you'd join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll call this meeting to order. Agenda item number 1 is, or agenda item number 2, the attendance roll call and determination of the quorum.
Mr. Peterson?
Here.
Mr. Alvidrez?
Present.
Mr. Setzer?
Present.
Ms. Sanchez? Mr. Eidson?
Here.
Ms. Hoffman? Mr. Petty?
Here.
Mr. Shannon? We have a quorum.
Thank you. Agenda item number 3 is approval of the consent agenda.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez? Eidson?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvidrez?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 4 is administration of the oath of office to the new police officer, Danny Fernandez. Danny, are you here? If you'll come up front, Chief. Anybody from the police department want to come and stand with you? You're welcome to. Or your wife? Bring your wife. A girl, whatever. Your moral support.
There you go.
Let's just kind of line up here and everybody can see. Thank you. Danny, you raise your right hand. You read this kind of slow so you can read it properly. I repeat your name.
I, David Fernandez,
Do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma.
of the City of Guymon.
I will not knowingly
I will not knowingly
receive,
receive
directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly
any money
any money
or other valuable thing
or any valuable thing
for the performance
or performance
or non-performance
or non-performance
of any act
of any act
or duty
or duty
pertaining to my office,
pertaining to my office,
other than the compensation
other than the compensation
allowed by law.
allowed by law.
I further swear
Further swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a police officer
as a police officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Welcome.
Kim's just there as an ornament. All right.
Okay, agenda number 5 is a proclamation declaring the week of June 16th through 22nd as Water Conservation Week. I think there's one in here. Do we have a proclamation? Oh, there it is. I'll just read it out. Okay. I'm sorry, technology. Whereas water is essential to all forms of life, and whereas protection and conservation of water resources is vital to the prosperity of all communities. Whereas it is important that all citizens be informed of the value of water and actions that they can take to prevent its waste. And whereas it is imperative that the citizens of Guymon be aware of and follow Guymon's water conservation plan. Now, therefore, I, Kim Peterson, Mayor of the City of Guymon, do hereby proclaim June 16th through June 22nd, 2024 as Water Conservation Week in the City of Guymon to increase public awareness of the value of water and the importance of protecting and conserving this valuable natural resource. Dated today. Agenda item number 6 is presentation by John Holland with Enterprise Fleet Management for a vehicle lease program for the city vehicles. Did he make it?
No, Mayor, due to the special meeting, he had previous
He's going to
engagements.
come in another time. Agenda item number 7 is discussion and possible action to approve ordinance number 894, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinances and zoning map for the north half of Lot 1, Block 40 of the Funk Edition, also known as 912 North Beaver, of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, and of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Guymon, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and declaring an emergency. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. So for this one, March 26, 24 of this year, Theron Land has submitted an application for rezoning the property 912 North Beaver from an R1 single-family residential to an R2 general residential. The reason for his request is to place a 24 by 64 foot duplex on the west side of the property. The zoning is a single-family residential on R1 in both 1994 and 2018 zoning maps, and the future land use is medium-density residential. We recommend a rezone for an R1 to an R2 due to the amount of pre-existing duplexes around the area that have not been rezoned in the past. There was no protesting letters on this.
No protesting letters, so everything was sent out to the radius it's supposed to, what is it?
300-foot radius.
300-foot radius, and no protesting letters.
No, sir.
And planning and zoning approved.
Right. They recommended it.
Any questions, discussion?
I make a motion to, did you have a question, Sir Jim? I'm sorry.
I do not.
Okay, I make a motion to approve ordinance number 894 and ordinance amending the zoning ordinances and zoning mapping of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Guymon, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewithin, and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Idson.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We have 4 ayes.
Do I have a motion to declare an emergency?
I'll make a motion, we declare item 7 an emergency.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second.
Idson.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 8 is discussion and possible action to approve ordinance number 895, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinances and zoning map for the west 100 foot of lots 22, 23, and 24 of Block 2 of the original city, also known as 523 North Ellison of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Guymon, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and declaring an emergency.
All right, so Tomas Peralta on April 12th of this year, 2024, submitted an application for rezoning from a C3 general commercial to an R2 general residential. The reason for rezoning is to allow the property owners to turn an existing single-family dwelling into a 2-family duplex. The zoning is a C3 in both 1994 and 2018 zoning maps, and the future land use is downtown. We recommend a rezone from a C3 general commercial to an R2 general residential. And there was no protesting letters on this as well. We did send it to the 300 radius and didn't have any issues.
Okay. Any discussion, questions?
I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance number 895, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinances and zoning map, west 100 feet of lots 22, 23, 24, Block 2, Original City, a.k.a. 523 North Ellison of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, the Code of Ordinances of the City of Guymon, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances of conflict herewith, and declaring an emergency. Item 8.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Idson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
I'll make a motion, we declare item 8 an emergency.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Idson.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Thank you.
I think they got one more.
One more. Agenda item number 9 is discussion and possible action with respect to approving a sales tax rebate agreement by and between the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, and O'Daddy's Sandwiches, LLC, for the purpose of providing an economic development incentive to construct and operate a new concept sandwich restaurant located at 408 Northwest 21st Street in Guymon, Oklahoma, for the purpose of filling a gap in the local dining market. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good evening. So the Davis Hospitality Group has submitted a proposal for Old Daddy's Restaurant This establishment, located at 408 Northwest 21st Street, promises a unique dining experience featuring brick oven toasted sandwiches, assorted beverages, completed with dine-in, drive-through, and patio seating options. The Davis family seeks a tax abatement to facilitate the successful launch and sustained operation of O'Daddy's Restaurant. The proposed rebate aims to secure essential funding critical for the restaurant's viability during its initial 5 years. They anticipate to create 25 to 35 new jobs and contribute over $220,000 in annual sales tax revenue to the city, and the restaurant presence signifies a significant economic boost in Guymon. The proposal is a graduate sales tax abatement scheduling over 5 years, starting at 80% for year 1 and decreasing annually. The estimate total tax rebate is projected to reach $110,000 over a 5-year period. With the net sales increase of $110,000 anticipated over the agreement duration, along with additional economic benefits from construction and operational phase, the proposed tax abatement underscores the city's commitment to fostering local business development and sustained economic vitality. Is there any questions? I know I submitted the entire economic impact and sales tax rebate proposal, but was there any questions on any of that?
That was pretty thorough. That's a good report. Are we going to do this from now on to try to get businesses in town, to try?
Yes, sir.
Is this a program that we're starting?
This is part of our incentives, yes, sir, that we're going to start offering.
Okay. Yeah, it was put together well, for sure. Very graphical.
Sheila, could you just, Mr. Davis, would you like to say anything about, first of all, I'd like to have Sheila go ahead and explain the impact by numbers. Basically, what she's fixing to tell you is that it goes beyond the cost of the tax. So, and this is a new program. I don't think very many people in the state of Oklahoma has this, but go ahead. I'm probably butchering it
the
up for
impact
you.
by number, I actually have people downstate that contact me quite often to help them with this because it is a fairly new. So, for example, the construction, not only are we looking at the money that he is spending on construction, but it doesn't just go from primary, it goes primary, secondary, and induced. So this tells us what the numbers are from that $1 being turned over in our economy, what all it can do. So with the cost of his construction, which is a little under $1 million, we're looking at 9.54 jobs, meaning that sustainable jobs created, including those both direct and indirect. 1.2 million total output, including direct, indirect, and induced. So direct is him paying the contractors. Indirect would be the contractors buying their supplies, and then the induced is the contractor paying their worker, and they in turn shop here, eat here, stay here. So all that money turns over that many times here in Guymon. So it's 1.2, almost 1.3. Value added to Texas County is $497,000. That's the value that's added whenever this business is here. So that is what we're going to base what we're looking at for, property tax. Even though the city doesn't collect property tax, it's still within our community. So property tax for the county as well as the school. And about $155 in tax revenue generated from the local, state, and federal. So again, this includes sales tax as well as property tax that will be generated, and that is a continuation for that construction. The establishment, which is the next one, this is the establishment, the ongoing operation of the business, not a one-time thing. So jobs created is about 27.27. Again, it's the 25 to 35 jobs that they were going to create, including anything additional when it comes to indirect. 1.5 total output in funds that are being created and value added to Texas County. Year over year, we're looking at $634,000 tax. So this is, tax revenue generated in local, state, and federal, and I can always break down these numbers. It's about $179,000. So the total for year one with construction as well as establishment is what is at the very bottom. And I did include all my numbers on the 5-year economic impact, just so that we're able to see what we're looking at 5 years. So yes, we are giving back up to $110,000 over a 5-year period. but what we're gaining on having these establishments here, and even showing our businesses that we are, welcoming businesses, and we're willing to work with our local people. I think the value just in the numbers is far beyond that 110.
Yeah, and I think that latter part is what is probably the most important part of this whole plan, is really like setting a precedent going forward, letting people know that this is a business-friendly city, and these opportunities are open to everybody. So, yeah, I think it could be big going forward.
In the past, we did a couple for land run, and it was on properties, but they did an actual gap analysis. Is this a replacement for a gap analysis?
No, a gap analysis is to show what money is being spent in the community on a particular item and what is being spent outside of the community. We still have the gap analysis. I do a very detailed one, but it's also available on our website. If you go to our property locator, there is one that says our community. You're able to run the gap analysis there as well, and it shows you. But ours is a little over $268 million. And believe it or not, one of our large ones that we're losing out of this community is they would consider it a Class A fast food restaurant. So it's like the Sloshkis, it's like the Chicken Express. It's some of those nicer Class A, or they call them, quick serve restaurants, QSRs, for them to sit down. So it's the family gathering places. And that's one of our largest ones that we're missing besides, pharmacy, but.
Okay, thank you. Any questions?
Well, I'll make a motion to approve a sales tax rebate agreement by and between the City of Guymon and O'Daddy Sandwiches LLC for the purpose of providing an economic development initiative to construct and operate a new concept sandwich restaurant located at 408 Northwest 21st Street in Guymon, Oklahoma, for the purpose of filling a gap in the local dining market.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 10 is discussion and possible action to approve utility relocation agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Transportation and the City of Guymon for U.S. Highway 64 improvements. Mr. Shannon.
Mayor, this is also known as 12th Street. Oklahoma Department of Transportation is just now starting their process of relocating utilities, doing their surveys. In this agreement, basically the most important part of this whole agreement is, can you scroll down to the bottom, it's not going to cost the city nothing. ODOT, with some help from several people, we've $645,000 state share of the cost. So it's just in the 8-year plan. If you see Highway 54 is being redone, 12th Street's going to be your next highway. So just starting that process. It's probably about 3-4 years out, I imagine, construction.
And to add to that, this doesn't include what they did on 64 already. I mean, that's hundreds, thousands of dollars for pedestrian walkways. And the state picked up that bill.
That is correct, yeah.
But we didn't have to pay the engineering
Yeah.
or any of the construction.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions, discussion?
We're going to be in construction mode for a long time.
Although there's some laid concrete, that's looking promising.
It is.
Looking like a metropolis now.
Very, very promising.
I make a motion to approve utility relocation agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Transportation and the City of Guymon for U.S. Highway 64 improvements.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hudson.
Aye.
Setzer.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 13 is discussion and possible action to approve the Sunset Hills Golf Course policy.
Whoa. 11.
Oh, wait, I'm skipping. I was getting in a hurry there.
Yeah. Got somewhere to be?
No. Agenda, let's go back up. I was looking at mine and not looking at this one. Agenda item number 11 is discussion and possible action to approve agreement with Mediclaims for processing medical cost recovery services and GMT funding. Now, the Assistant Chief didn't want to talk tonight.
Hi, so GMT program is a program I learned about a couple years ago. It's a cost report, so we file a report with the state, and the federal government gives them money to pay us. They determine the portion, the percentage that they owe us and all of that, but they consider that a portion of the expenses for running the ambulance service belong to them. It's related to Medicare transports. And so we tell them how much our total cost was and what percentage of that was for Medicare transports, and then Medicaid transports. And then they tell us, well, this year we're paying this percentage of that, and then they cut us a check for that, to reimburse us for that money. So this contract would be to contract with Mediclaims, which is our current billing company, along with PCG, who is a specialist that specializes in filing this type of report. It's a kind of complicated report. If you ever want to look through it, let me know. But there's a lot of numbers that go into these calculations. So far, we've been able to, in the last 2 years, bring in just shy of $400,000 off of this cost report. So this would be to file the report for 2024 state fiscal year. I don't have estimates yet on how much we would anticipate receiving, because we have to do a lot of numbers even to get to that point. But the fee is based on 13.5% of what we receive back, and so we'll never owe more than we receive.
Any questions?
I make a motion that we approve agreement with Mediclaims for processing medical cost recovery services GEMT funding, item 11.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Heitzen? Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
All right, I'm on the right number now, number 12.
There you go.
There we go. Discussion and possible action to approve the order of determination for weeds and trash at all of Lot 1 in Block 33 of the Funk addition to the town, now City of Guymon, Texas County, Oklahoma, also known as 912 North Kremlin.
Hello again. So this is the same case as the dilapidated structure that I brought a couple months ago. Just no contact from the owners. I tried to call multiple times. Just no answer. They've been declining all the mail that we've been sending, but we did make sure to post on the property, follow our procedure as we should. So code enforcement, or we recommend approving the order of termination, and would like to do the weed and trash abatement for our contractor, our awarded contractor 2020-24. Work is estimated to be done from June 12th to June 18th.
Okay. Do you have any pictures or just that? Okay. This is right next door to the other one, isn't it? This is right next door to the other one that we've had some issues
The other one that
with.
we've had before, yes. And this is the same one that we brought to council, that the neighbors fixed up the garage carport.
Is the property owner the same person? Yeah, okay.
Any questions, discussion?
Make a motion to approve an order of determination for weeds and trash at all of the Lot 1 in Block 33 Funk addition to the town, now City of Guymon, Texas County, Oklahoma, aka 912 North Crumley.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Thank you. Agenda item number 13 is discussion and possible action to approve the Sunset Hills Golf Course Policy and Procedures Manual as recommended by the Golf Board.
Okay, Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm back with this one again. The reason why we put it back on the agenda is just because we needed clarification in the motion. Where it's at on page 8 of the policy and procedure, in that item 10, it says renters will be required to complete a golf cart rental agreement and leave a valid driver's license. We want to scratch that. We want to stop it at renters will be required to complete a golf cart rental agreement, and we want to end it there because that's something that they're already required to do. So we just want to make sure in our transcribing that it comes across that way. So, any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve Sunset Hills Golf Course Policy and Procedures Manual as recommended by the Golf Board.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 14 is discussion and possible action to grant an assignment of the airport hangar lease on tracks N1 and N3 from Mike Ray to Jonathan Moore as recommended by the airport board. Staff reports attached. Mr. Shannon, this is just mainly a transfer of the lease.
That is correct, yes, sir.
Anybody have any questions, comments, motion?
They pretty much govern themselves. They know what they're doing. Make a motion that we approve Michael Ray Airport hangar lease as recommended, to grant assignment of airport hangar lease tracks N1 and N3 from Mike Ray to Jonathan Moore as recommended by the airport board, item 14.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 15 is discussion and possible action on approval of the Mike Ray Airport hangar lease as recommended by the airport board.
I make a motion that we approve of Michael Ray Airport hangar lease as recommended by airport board, item 15.
Second that.
Have a motion and a second.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Don't know of any new business at this time. Agenda item number 17 is public comments. Does anybody have any public comments tonight? No public comments? Tracy on the scene?
You got 3 minutes.
That's all right. Okay. With that, we'll stand adjourned as the Guymon City Council. We're going to reconvene as the Guymon Utilities Authority. All right, we'll call this meeting to order. We've already done agenda item number 2. Agenda item number 3, we approve the minutes of the regular meeting of May 14th, 2024.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of May 14th, 2024.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 5 is, 4, excuse me, is discussion and possible action to approve the resolution number 24-04, a resolution of the Guymon Utilities Authority regarding water conservation.
Mayor, I'd like to make a recommendation to the council that we table this at this time.
Okay.
I make a motion we table item 4.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 5 is discussion and possible action to approve the agreement between the Guymon Public School and the Guymon Utilities Authority regarding the water line relocation for the new school at the North Park addition.
Also like to table this. We're still
Working out details.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Make a motion that we table item 5.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 6 is discussion and possible action to approve Park Hill Engineering agreement for professional services for civil engineering for the Guymon North Park addition water line relocation project.
This is just a standard agreement we have with the City of Guymon's engineers on the water project to give them permission to go ahead and do the drafting of the plans for relocation of some water wells. I think we have a representative from the school, but thank goodness the bond passed, and we're going to be building for our children for the future a new school. Well, where the school lies, there's water lines. We're going to have to remove them. So anytime you do anything like that to a public water supply system, you have to get it engineered. And this is just the agreement between the City of Guymon and Park Hill to draw that up. So
Make a motion that we approve Park Hill Engineering Agreement for professional services for civil engineering for the Guymon North Park Addition Water Line Relocation Project, item 6.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvingus?
Aye.
Whitson?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 7 is discussion and possible action to approve utility relocation agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Transportation and the City of Guymon for U.S. Highway 64 improvements.
Well, it's pretty straightforward on that one, right?
it was.
Make a motion to approve utility relocation between the State of Oklahoma Department of Transportation and the City of Guymon for U.S. Highway 64 improvements.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Whitson?
Aye.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvingus?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Mayor?
Yes.
I might just explain to the audience just kind of what we did, even though we did approve that at the city. That way, it's in the city minutes and also in the Guymon Utilities Authority minutes, so for reference to for the future.
Agenda item number 8 is discussion and possible action to approve the contractor's application for payment number 8 and number 9 for Caldwell Tanks Incorporated for a total of $319,817.50 on a 300,000 gallon elevated water storage tank project. That beautiful white thing with the insignias on it.
It's yeah, for the paint, I think everything's ready to go, isn't it, Tracy? I mean, we'll probably filing this out next month, but
Most of this, in fact, Thursday or Friday.
okay, wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. And if you hadn't seen it, drive down the highway and look back to the north, and you'll see the Guymon Tigers logo on the south side and City of Guymon on the north side. Looks pretty sharp.
Never seen so much excitement over a water tower.
I tell you.
Yeah, hang around, buddy. Hang around. Okay. So,
I make a motion that we approve contractor's application for payment number 8 and number 9 for Caldwell Tanks Incorporated for a total $319,817.50 on a 300,000 gallon elevated water storage tank project, item 8.
Second.
have a motion and a second.
Setzer?
Aye.
Alvingus?
Aye.
Whitson?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 9 is new business. We have none. Agenda item number 10 is public comments. Anybody have any public comments? Again.
Great. Back again. So, on June 22nd, this month, we're gonna actually be doing a water conservation event. For code enforcement, we're gonna be talking about the importance of water conservation and other violations that a lot of people may not know about. It's gonna be, we're gonna have food, games, we have prizes and all that great stuff. So, if you guys can spread the word and let everybody know that we'll be out there, we'll be educating people, and it's just gonna kind of be if you have a question, come and ask us. I know a lot of people will have a lot of questions about code enforcement, so now's their time.
Where will it be held at?
I'm sorry?
Where and what time?
So it'll be at the Nash Soccer Complex, June 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m.
Is that a Saturday?
That is a Saturday.
Okay.
Bring your soccer clothes and come. So. Any other public comments? Thank you.
Oh, I just thought I'd go ahead and sing.
All right, come on, Tracy. Agenda item number 11 is reports from the city manager and city council members. Mr. Shannon.
I'm going to touch a little bit on sales tax. We just received today's, for last month's collection, we're up about 2%, so that's positive. We've been averaging overall, we're down about 4% from where we was at last year, so, that's in good margins of where we're no sign of concern. Hotel motel tax, we're seeing an increase in the hotel motel tax. There for the first couple of 3 or 4 months, we kind of showed a decrease, but this month we was up about 7 to 10% on that, so that's a good positive deal. Mesa Water Project, the bids are currently out to at least 11 well drillers at this particular time. We had a pre-work conference last Wednesday with all 11. It's a mandated pre-work conference. There's 11 of them, so we looked to have a pretty good, a lot of good bids turned in. We opened the bids electronically. They'll be open the 19th of this month. That day is, couldn't get here quick enough. Tracy, do you want to say anything about water usage now? Thank goodness for the rain the last couple, 3 days. I know our consumption's been down about 20-30%. But is everybody getting their little old blib? I mean, Tracy's men, Steve, and Steven sends out a report first thing every morning. Our capable gallons that we can pump is about 5.7, and that next reading is what the community is using. So we've been up as high as 91% of our pumping capacity, 94%. So we encourage everybody just to be wise with their watering. Just be wise. Just don't waste it. And Mayor, I'm going to let you just talk about the rest of it here in a minute. So. Huh? Why not? No, I want to talk about, we had a pretty good gift gave to the city, and I'm going to let the mayor just really tell you about it. So I'm proud. We applied for some money and got it, and for almost a little over 3/4 of the project. So go ahead, Mayor.
Well, it's a story. Try to make it short. We've been working on different things, funding ideas for water and whatever. Got stuck in my mind that the state has done a real good job over the years of trying to incentivize battery companies and electric car companies over in the prior Mid-America Industrial Park. The last one they tried to incentivize was for $694 million and guaranteed 1,500 jobs. Well, I read that and I said, well, I'm not going to tell you what I said, but it was all mental. But I said, shoot, we got around 2,200 to 2,500 hourly workers working in Seaboard every day. So why not let's go talk about retention? And it's about the same time that the Michelin plant in Ardmore closed down. So the lieutenant governor was my choice of people to go talk to, because he just is he's a better listener than the governor, and he's involved with commerce. So we set up a meeting with him January the 17th of this year. Went in and told him the story about Guymon's Water, where we're at, where we need to go, where we want to go. I spent 30 minutes with him and felt like I had a pretty good conversation. So got through and I called our lobbyist and I said, okay, and they're handling most of the stuff downstate. And I said, okay, it's yours. Go visit with him. He made when they visited with the lieutenant governor, he said, instead of asking for a whole lot of money this year, why don't you ask for a line item in the budget? So they said, okay, go to Roger Thompson. He's the chairman of the Senate Appropriations and Budget Committee. So we got a meeting set up with him the next time I was going to be in Oklahoma City. And I got to talk the first 10 minutes, then I turned him loose. And we made an ask. We just threw something out there. We threw it at the wall. It's like, if it's whatever sticks, we'll take. We made an ask, excuse me, we made an ask for $20 million. Started working that bill. Spent a few nights in Oklahoma City, made a few trips, but I think it was all worth it because, and we had some, Ken Patowski, I can't say enough about Representative Patowski. He jumped into this deal and was a very prominent player in helping us with it. He brought a group of representatives out for Pioneer Days. We got to visit with them and tell them our story. Well, I guess it worked because May the 30th, we were included in the budget and we got the $20 million appropriation and there's no strings. The only string right now is the governor hadn't signed it yet, but I'm sure he will. So that's just something we do and that's something we got done and it's all for our little town.
Good job.
So now as we go forward, and I was thinking the other night, I had two great, wonderful grandmothers, and they raised their families during the Depression and during the Dust Bowl, as a lot of other folks have. But those people are slowly gaining their wings and going on to bigger and better things. But I remember when I was a kid, they both lived out on the farm, when they washed dishes, when you took a bath, they saved the water out of the bathtub. They took the dishwasher, they did it in a dish pan, not in the sink. They took it outside and poured it on the flowers. They depended on a windmill for their water source. And in fact, my granddad on the Peterson side, his parents lived on the north side. He said, summer gets pretty still. The wind quits blowing after wheat harvest. And he said, we had to sit down and have a little family conference of which windmill we were going to take down so we'd have enough wind to run the other one, which is kind of a joker. But if the wind didn't blow and you lived out in the country, you didn't have a submersible pump. When the water was gone, it was gone. You went to town and borrowed water, or you borrowed water from somebody just to drink. So we're back to that time for a year or a little bit longer. The Mesa project's going to work. But the only way that it can all work and we can stay viable as a community is we've all got to do our share. It's killing me to not have my sprinklers where I turn them on my yard. I very, very infrequently. It gets pretty brown before I'll turn it on. But we can get by without, maybe we'll lose some grass. Now you can still, and I think Mike's going to come up with recommendations, but if you have trees and flowers and plants that you've worked with forever, you're going to have the ability to water them sparingly, keep them alive. But we're all in this together. I know we say that and that's a common cliche, but we are, because our economic destiny in Guymon is tied in everybody having water, not just one entity, not just one business, not everybody does. We're all in the same boat together. And you may not realize it, but just the little act of, I don't remember, in school, how many of you were taught when you were in grade school that when you brush your teeth to turn the water off while you're brushing your teeth? Most people were. Do we still do that? No. But we need to get back in that habit. Those gallons add up really, really quick. It's kind of like the old saying, watch your pennies, the dollars will take care of themselves. So watch the gallons. The thousands of gallons will generally take care of themselves. I know a lot of people are upset, and a lot of it is because they maybe are not as well informed as we should have them at this point. But it's our life, and we've got to get things done. We've got to go forward with sustainability in our water, because if we don't, when the Oglala runs dry and we're out of water, we're out of a town too. So this is not just for our future today. It's for your kids' future, your grandkids' future, and all the generations to come. So let's all work together and quit bitching. Point blank. Thank you.
Hear, hear.
I like it.
Anybody else? Mike, do you have anything else? Josh?
Well, we had the 7 Days of Broadway this Saturday, and I know convention helped with grant opportunities and things like that. We had a bunch of hotel rooms, a bunch of families came from all over the state and other states and came to watch performances, and we did 2 performances, and a lot of community members came together to help out with that. So officially want to say thank you. We don't have the numbers on all that yet, but we'll get that to Convention and Tourism soon. But it was a success. And again, I want to thank the mayor. Today we had the lieutenant governor here in town, which technically I guess today he was the governor because Stitt was out of state. So we literally had the governor in town today. And I think that's probably the first time ever in history. But we had a great sit down this morning. We had a great meeting, and that went great. So I want to thank the mayor for making that happen. That was nice.
I didn't make it happen, he asked.
Well, yeah. For you being available, then, for making us available, and for getting those sandwiches. I guess he was impressed with the Cubans that we got. So, but yeah, that's all I got.
So you're good?
Nothing at this time.
Josh?
That's Jason.
Josh, I'm sorry. It's one
Too
of
many
those
J
times.
names.
My mind's going 4 different directions. I got too many computer screens up. Well, I don't know if there's anybody here that had kids that played in the Jim Hitch Youth Tournament, or heard about it, or saw the kids running around town and all the activities at the golf course. I think the official number was, I think that they told me they had 105 entries. They were going to limit it to 100, but they had some exceptions come into last. But it was a wonderful tournament. I don't think most people understand what a mark it does for our golf course, what it does for our golf course. These kids come out and play, their folks come with them, and a lot of times their grandparents come and watch them. Then they go home to Oklahoma City or Texas. We had them from all over. And they say, man, we went to Guymon, Oklahoma, and man, they've got a heck of a golf course. And then they talk about how nice they're treated and how well they're treated with the way we treat folks in Guymon, Oklahoma. So it's a win-win. It was a win-win for the city, just as Josh's the arts program and everything we do, because we're kind of a step above the rest of Oklahoma, not just in elevation. Okay. Anybody have anything else? Mr. Petty, you got anything? Words of wisdom?
All's well.
I like hearing that from our lawyer.
All right. Well, at this time, we will adjourn. Thank everybody for coming.
You have
One more
retirement
meeting.
board.
Oh, wait, we've got a retirement board. I'm sorry. And it's a quick one. Okay. I'll call this meeting to order. We've already done an attendance roll call. Agenda item number 3 is approve the minutes of the special meeting of September 12th, 2023.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of special meeting September 12th, 2023. Item 3.
I have a second and a motion. Motion and a second.
Who made the second?
Jason, not Josh.
Setzer?
Yeah, aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
Agenda item number 4 is discussion and possible action on the request for a lump sum distribution for Jerry Cornelson, who's retiring.
Man, he would have been mad if we would have missed this one.
Yep. Make a motion that we request for lump sum distribution for Jerry Cornelson. Item 4.
Have a second and a motion?
Setzer?
Motion and a second.
Aye.
Alvedras?
Aye.
Heitzen?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
We've got 4 ayes.
We're adjourned now.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah, I even didn't screw up but 2 or 3 times.
We're humans. We're not machines.
I was looking at 2 computer screens. I got confused.
Hey, how are you? Sorry.